Hello, everybody. Welcome to our stream this morning. I have a very special guest with me today. I know usually you all are used to just seeing me, but I am so happy to be joined by the wonderful Autumn Ashleigh this morning. Autumn, do you want to introduce yourself to everybody?
Sure. So, hi, everyone. I'm Autumn Ashleigh. I'm another authortuber in our community. And today, I guess I'll go ahead and say what I'm going to be working on. So I'm actually going to be reading, which is A Curse So Dark and Lonely. I'm really excited for it. I'm a couple chapters in, so I'm excited to get back to reading. Yeah, that's pretty much me and what I'm going to be doing. Hi.
Well, fun fact, Autumn is actually the one who introduced me to doing streams. Autumn reached out to me back like a year and a half ago when I was way too nervous to ever live stream. And my first ever stream on YouTube was on your channel.
Yeah, that's right. Oh my gosh, that was forever ago.
I know. I remember being so nervous before we did that stream.
Yes, I'm trying to think of when that was. It was a super long time. It was at the end of 2020, I think.
I think it was. Yeah, or very early 2021.
Yeah.
I remember halfway through, my partner went out and snow shoveled and was walking in the background.
Because I was like, oh, person.
I was like, oh yeah, now forever you're gonna be up on YouTube.
Right.
Yeah, no, it was so fun. And I'm so happy that we're gonna be able to do this today. I'm gonna be working on a chapter from my book, They Whisper, which is gonna come out in about a month from now and be sent out to my ARC team very soon. I'm almost done with it. I have to just, finish writing the final 2 chapters and character voice stuff. So hopefully I can get that done in the next couple of weeks. But I am working on the big climactic, all of the pieces are put together in the mystery scene today, which is exciting.
I love it. It's a big day.
It is a big day. I'm so happy to see so many of you already in the comment section.
Yeah.
Good morning. Ivory is at Ivory Roses. Good morning. Thank you so much. You did not miss the beginning. You were the first comment. Hi, I'm so glad that you could make it this morning. Hi, Michael. Thanks so much for stopping in. Good morning, Renee. Thank you so much for coming and writing with us. Hi, Kendra. Good morning. Hi, good morning, Haley. Oh, so many familiar faces. Hi, Piper. Thanks so much for coming. I sound like a broken record. I'm just so excited to see all of you.
I love it.
Hi, Exotic Expression Dance Fitness. I'm so happy that you were happy to see our sprint. What are you all going to be working on this morning? Hi, Isadora. Thanks so much for coming. And hi, Gauze Tape. Oh, wow, we got so many people today. I'm so honored. Yeah, what are you going to be working on? Let me know in the comments. I think that, Isadora said, I'm working on a short story today. Very cool. Nice. What's your short story about? Let us know. I love hearing about, I just like hearing you all talk about your stories. It's so fun to hear about what you're working on.
Agreed.
Ivory Roses said, I'm working on my book called The Odd One. Very cool. What is it about? Haley said, I have to write an essay for my human development class. Nice. Ooh. That sounds very productive and very intense compared to what I'm going to be doing this morning. Renee said, I'm actually going to be writing letters as I'm really behind in replies. Oh man, yeah, me too. I have fallen so behind this month because I will spend my entire day mostly writing, and that's really, really, really intense brain work. And the last thing I want to do after a full day of writing is sit down and write another letter.
Right.
I've been sending my loved ones emails I'm so sorry. I promise I'll update you soon.
Yeah. I get you.
Isadora said it's about a woman who believes her newborn is the devil. Oh, interesting. Have you ever read The Fifth Child? I don't remember who it's by. I do talk about this book a lot, but it's also kind of like that. It's their fifth child, and the woman kind of believes that there's something wrong with that child, and the child is the devil. It's kind of creepy, almost horror. I mean, probably is horror. I don't know, but it's really, really cool.
Yeah, I have not heard of it, but I'm not a big horror person, so
yeah,
that's probably why.
Actually, I had to read it for school, so I don't think it was slasher. It was like more of a psychological horror. Like I just remember there being like really, really creepy scenes about them like institutionalizing the kid and like the
Oh,
kid coming back different. It was really creepy. Yeah, not super fun to read.
yeah. It doesn't sound creepy. Or
No.
it doesn't sound fun
Or
to read.
it is very creepy. Not super fun to read.
Yeah.
Um, Candace said, I'm drafting the second book in my middle grade duet. Very cool.
Ooh.
Exotic Expression Dance Fitness said, working on a side project, 100 dance session ideas journal. All ideas are beginner friendly and most are family friendly. That's really cool. That's like, I've never heard of a project like that in this sprints before. That's really, really cool.
Yeah.
I am really bad at dance. I did musical theater in high school, and it was really, really pretty sad. Even my dad didn't want to come to my recitals. He did
That's
anyway,
sad.
but he didn't want to film them. All right. How about Autumn? How are you feeling about jumping into our first warm-up sprint?
Let's do it.
All right. I'm going to share my screen. I could chat forever, but I want to make sure everybody is getting what they came for. All right. So here's my screen. I'm thinking that we can sprint for 15 minutes and just kind of, get our minds warmed up or get, the first chapter read.
Yes. Finish breakfast.
I know that's what I'm going to be doing. All right. Happy warm up, happy writing, happy reading, happy productivity, everybody. We will see you after the sprint. All right. So our first speech is over.
That was awesome. I feel like I need to go to the field and do some like military training now.
I know, it's so triumphant. Like, we finished a sprint and we are like, yes, we are finished.
Yes. Oh my gosh. That literally just made my morning.
I know, I'm obsessed with that timer.
That was so cute.
I mean, it's got nothing on Hans, but
hey, it's a nice alternative.
yeah, exactly. How was that sprint for you?
Good. So I didn't read, but I did have a few comments on my last video that I was answering. And then I had to text like one of my friends something. So that was that. But yeah, so it was productive for 15 minutes. Oh, and then I finished eating.
Oh yeah, I did that too. I also had to text one of my friends something during that sprint. I like started edits. I opened the document and I like revisited the opening of the chapter and changed it up a little bit, but haven't really like, it was a good warm up. Now I feel ready to do what we're going to be doing in this stream, but
oh
yeah. Everybody in the comments, how was that sprint for you? Oh, hi Bree. Thank you for stopping by. Even though you can't stay. I hope you have a fantastic day.
Hi Bree. Love you.
Gauze Tape said, I'm still editing chapter 3. I'm making it more dramatic. Very cool.
Nice.
Making things more dramatic is good. I like the drama.
Yes.
Haley said, got about halfway through the paper. It's only supposed to be about 500 words, so definitely not as intense as you probably think. Nice. Well, I mean, it's still like, you know, if you have to write 500 words about something, like you still have to write it. I mean, 500 word papers can be tough.
Yeah. And I guess it depends too, like how much you enjoy the topic. I mean, if it's like a specialty in college, I mean, hopefully you would be kind of enjoying it, but
yeah. No, I remember having to write, like, I mean, because we had the distribution requirements at my school, and like I had to take classes I wasn't very interested in order to actually graduate, and writing papers for those classes was not very fun.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's always fun once you got into like your field of study and you were just like, yes, give me all the papers. I want to write about all of this stuff.
No, exactly. I mean, English papers, like I still like, I liked most of them, but there were still a couple of things in English that I liked more than others. And I took this really interesting class on the Beat Generation writers, like my junior year, which was really, really interesting. I think that might have been my favorite, or one of my favorite English classes. Like, we read a lot of material that wasn't like the traditional kind of English major stuff, because it was a lot more modern, and we got to like dive into the lives of all the different writers. It was really cool.
That's cool. I like that.
Kendra said, I got 612 words. Very nice. It's way more than I got that sprint.
It's a lot for 15 minutes.
Yeah, I also love it when I know what I want to say. It makes it so much easier for the chapter to exist.
Absolutely.
Oh, hi, Maya. Thanks so much for joining. I hope you can stick around and do some sprints with us. Ivory Roses said, I'm closer to the first or smaller climax. Nice. Yeah, it's always fun when you have like multiple little climactic moments leading up to your main climax in your book.
Mm-hmm.
Renee said, I got 2 pages written. Very cool. Everybody's being very productive this morning.
Yeah. Oh,
and Haley said, yes, I actually love it a lot. Human development is actually my minor. This is a class on parenthood. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, cool. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So how are we feeling about doing our next sprint?
Let's do it.
So how long do you want to sprint for?
If we could do like a 20 or a 25, I would be fine with either of those two.
Okay. Do we want to just jump right into it and do a 25?
Let's do it.
All right. Cool. I will change the timer. Let's see. I should be quicker at doing this by now.
It's always a little awkward because like everyone's watching.
I know. I have a little stage fright.
I understand.
All
You're
right.
doing great though.
Oh, thank you. All right. So happy writing, everybody. Happy productivity. Happy reading. We will see you all after the timer. All right. Our second sprint is over. How was that for you, Autumn?
Good. I don't remember how many pages I've read, but it was like a chapter and a half, so it's pretty good.
Nice. Yeah, I got a blanket because it's freezing today.
Yay! Oh, well, not yay for it being cold, but yay for you getting a blanket.
I know I'm about to go to Montana next week because for those of you who don't know, my family lives out there. So that's why I frequently report from Montana because I go visit them. And they are bringing my childhood dog out to go move there this month. And so I'm going with them to basically train him and help introduce him to farm animals and farm life for the first time. And he's like
Yay!
12 years old and very set in his ways. So it's going to be really interesting. But yeah, so that's going to be very fun. But it's going to be very cold out there. I think last week it was like -60. So
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Oh,
But then also the day after it was like 45 or something crazy. So it's
my
going to
God.
be a wild time.
That is going to be so much fun, though. Like, I'm sure he's like a little grumpy old man.
He's a total grumpy old man. My parents really didn't want him to jump all over their new furniture that they had in the house. So we bought him a dog couch, like a little full on, like little mini couch that can just be his. And it's really not very attractive, and we are really, really hoping that he likes it. So I told them that I think in order for him to feel compelled to use the couch, he has to see all of us using the couch and then get jealous. So we need to do some like mind tricks. So that's going to be my new favorite couch.
Yes.
This little dog couch. I'm going to be doing my work from there all of this month.
I love it. I love it so much.
How's your book?
Good. I think I'm on chapter, was it 10? I think 8.
Oh.
I was on chapter 8. And it's good. I like it so far.
I haven't read that book. Is it like YA fantasy?
I think so. Yeah, it's like a Beauty and the Beast retelling.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I'm enjoying it. It's a trilogy, but this is the first book.
Okay, gotcha. I haven't read a lot of retellings. I want to start reading more retellings.
Yeah. I've read a few retellings. I'm kind of sleepy right now, so I can't quite remember which ones. But I'm liking this retelling. It depends like what the retelling is and like how well it's done for me to enjoy it.
Yeah.
But one of the ones I think it was a retelling. I think it's I'm looking at it. It's To Kill a Kingdom. I think that's a is that a Little Mermaid retelling? I think that was what that one is. But I like that one. That was a good one.
Nice. Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody in the comments seemed to have a productive time too. We had some new people pop into our sprint. Good morning, Maddie. Thanks so much for stopping by. Yeah, for everybody else who's here, we're actually all three of us are going to be doing a sprint together in a couple of weeks on this channel. So I'm super excited about that. So you should mark your calendars. I think it's for March 19th, right? I think so. Maybe.
Yes.
Yes.
2 weeks. Yes.
Cool.
19th. Yes.
Awesome. Michael said, just got back from the first sprint with breakfast finished. I'm ready to do stuff with a big cup of coffee. Very nice. Yes, I also have lots of coffee that I am drinking this morning in order to fuel my work. The Bookish Report said, hi there from Manchester, UK. Literally just came across you through the video you did with Joe Webb and saw you were live. Oh, very cool. Yeah, Joe is awesome. That was a really fun chat that I had with him. Thank you so much for popping by the sprint. So I think this is Ivory Roses still on a different account. How do you publish your books? I am going to be done in a few months and I'd love to publish my book. Well, I use Amazon's KDP to publish my ebooks, and I also use both Ingram Spark and KDP to publish my paperbacks and hardcovers. And I produce the audiobooks through Amazon's ACX. So those are the platforms that I use. They're pretty easy to learn how to use. I'm sure that there are a lot of YouTube tutorials also out there that will kind of help guide you in the directions. I don't want to like give a full tutorial right now because I could probably do that in a YouTube video, but those are the platforms that I use. Yeah, it's very early. For a weekend, it's too early.
I love it, Maddie.
Exotic Expression Dance Fitness said, and I'm so excited by what I'm creating, and I think anyone who buys it will have a lot of fun with it. It will literally provide a new dance session idea every week for almost 2 years. That's really cool. I usually like my dance sessions that I have in, between writing sessions when I need a boost of energy do not have very much structure to them, but it would be kind of cool to add some structure and experiment with different types of dance and movement. Yeah.
For sure.
Kendra said they got 317 words and a second cup of coffee. Very nice. I'm going to be going for my second cup of coffee when we start our next sprint. Haley said they got distracted, so they got around 50 words. Very cool.
Still productive.
Oh, yes, that's yeah.
A Curse. Sorry, I don't want to lose my page, but A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget. I always pronounce her last name wrong, but it starts with a K. I'm not even going to try.
Is it
Kimurm?
All I can see is Kimurmer, but I don't think that's right.
That's what I was going to say, but I'm like, that just sounds weird. I don't think that's right. But that's what I'm reading, Maddie.
Renee said I finished one letter and on to the next. Nice progress. Oh, Piper has a question for Autumn. Do you go by Autumn or Ashleigh?
All of it. Whatever you want to call me, as long as it's nice.
Nice. All right. So do we want to move on to our next sprint? We probably have maybe time for 2 more sprints this morning, right?
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool. Do we want to do 25 minutes or 20 minutes?
25 minutes is fine.
Okay. Oh, and Maddie said, I like that book. You'll enjoy it. And I love that the main character is from DC.
Yes. Yep. I'm really enjoying it so far.
Oh, thank you, Piper. You are awesome too. We have positive, uplifting energy in our sprints this morning.
Absolutely.
All right, I'm going to add the timer to the stream. Good luck, everybody. Happy sprinting, and I will see you after this 25-minute sprint. Oh, that surprised me.
I love it. It gets me. It gets me going.
I know. I was really like in the headspace for that one. I was not expecting to be pulled out of it.
Nice. So I guess it was productive for you then.
Yeah, it was productive. I'm like trying to, I don't know, I have a really bad habit of like when I'm writing reveal scenes, I always have my character like list off. They're like, oh, it all hits me at once. This person did this and this and this. And like in each one was a separate sentence. So I'm trying to write it slightly differently and have it be in dialogue instead. And like have my characters be like, no, but you couldn't. And like the other characters are saying, like, oh, well, yes, I could. And then having it be more of a back and forth. Instead of like it all hits me at once moment.
Yeah.
Especially because like, you know, they're in denial that it's that person and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm excited about it. I think that it's going to end up being better, but yeah, I need to finish this scene.
Nice. Awesome.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll be able to finish it soon?
Yeah, I hope so. I'm about halfway through editing the chapter, so I'm not going to finish it next sprint, but maybe I'll stick around a little longer on the stream and we can do a couple extra sprints if, you know, other people want to make this not our last sprint. I know, Autumn, you have to head out, but we can go for a little bit longer because I really want to see if I can finish this chapter. Because I know as soon as I end the sprint, I'm not going to be able to, like, I have to go do other stuff. So
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah. How is that for you?
Good. I made tea.
Nice.
And I still was just reading. I read, I think, 10 pages? Yeah, 10 pages.
Nice. I want to start reading more. I think like once this book, because it's like kind of consumed my life and taken all of my energy, but once it's written, I will be able to kind of get my life back a little bit. I have such a long TBR that I need to start working through. Yeah.
I understand.
Reading is the best.
I love reading. Oh my gosh. It's just so peaceful. Like I love reading. So
yeah. No, I also like I prefer it to watching TV just because you get to like imagine like the stories are a lot of the times more epic to me also. And like because you can just picture them in your head and I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can always tell when you read a really good book because like you almost like stop reading and you're just like you feel like you're just watching the scenes like play out in your mind.
Exactly. Oh, such a good feeling.
It really is. There's nothing like it.
Yeah. How is that for everybody in the comment section? Did you achieve your goals for this sprint? I know we had a couple of people who had to head out. Haley had to leave, but Javaria came in. Hello, good morning. We're going to probably be doing a couple, or this is going to be our last sprint, but I will be sticking around to do some bonus extra sprints at the end just so I can finish this chapter. So you are not late. You are still right on time to do some sprints with us. Ivory Roses said, finished writing the end of chapter 1 and started chapter 2. Awesome. Very cool. Just in case said 150 words on my terrible, slowly progressing novel. Don't call your novel terrible. Every first draft can be rough, but that doesn't mean don't be mean to your book. Your book is trying its best to reach and self-actualize. Javaria is gonna start their draft. Very cool.
Nice.
Renee said reading is so peaceful. I guess it depends on your favorite authors. Very true.
Yep.
Yeah, it really depends on the type of book. Like, I always find that first halves of thrillers are pretty peaceful because you're like getting to know the characters and like it's kind of a slow burn. And then once you get to the second half, like it's just like all like systems go, like they're just racing towards the end and then it becomes really scary. It's like all the murder starts happening and all that stuff. But like at the beginning, they're just kind of like poking around looking for clues. Piper asked what kind of earrings we wear. I get hypoallergenic ones on Amazon. I don't know, nothing like super fancy. Yeah, I don't have the same issue with the earrings, so I would probably recommend doing some research and trying and seeing what works for you.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And I don't wear earrings because I'm actually allergic to like nickel, so
Oh, yeah.
I don't wear them. So
Yeah, so Piper, maybe that is what you need to do if you have a metal sensitivity. There's no reason to wear them if they're gonna bother you.
Yeah.
Renee said, "I wasn't productive. I was just trying to organize my stickers." Very nice.
Just sounds fun.
I know, I like stickers. Um, Kendra said, "Another 610 words, great progress." Wow, yeah, you're, like, flying along in your draft. That's crazy.
Awesome.
Ivory Rose has finished writing the end of chapter 1 and started chapter 2. Very nice. Maddie said, "I just had a big reveal in my book, so I'm trying to figure out the appropriate reactions from both parties." Same.
Love it.
Yeah, I love the big reveals. They're so fun to write when, yeah. No, it's such a satisfying feeling
Oh,
when
agreed.
everything. All right. So, do we want to do our final sprint together? Autumn, how do we want to do like a 20-minute one or a 15-minute one?
Yeah, 20 is
Okay, yeah, let's
perfect.
do 20. Okay. Perfect. I will change the timer faster than I did before because, I got my sea legs.
Got your 2 cups of coffee, you had
I
breakfast.
do, yeah. I'm set and confident and ready to change this timer.
Love it.
All right, I will start the timer. Happy productivity, happy reading, happy writing, everybody. We will see you after the sprint. I let that one run for a little bit too long.
It's okay. I didn't mind.
How was the sprint? Did you read more exciting things in the book?
I did. I read, I think, another like 8 to 9 pages. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I spent way too much time over like 2 paragraphs because they were like, now I have my villain walking through like the way that they did everything in the story, because I always feel like that's, even if it's not hyper realistic for the villain to be like, this is everything I did, please give me credit for it. Like they should probably just try to kill the heroes. I always find it so satisfying as a reader to get to that point, because then I can piece together exactly how everything worked and how everything was. So I'm doing it anyway, even though it was like always a little annoying when reading Harry Potter and like Voldemort went on a huge long rant about how much he like how he did everything when like he could have just been acting right there.
Right.
It's always allowed heroes to get away, but I don't know. It's, you know, a trope I like.
Yeah, I like it. Well, I like it when it's just enough. Like when it's 7 pages of it, it's a little much.
Yeah, no, agreed. I just like when I'm invested in the mystery and like I've been trying to figure it out, like I want all the answers when I've reached the end of the book.
Right. Yeah, yeah. And you just want to make sure like maybe something that happened, you're like, ooh, that may be, but then it's satisfying to know like you were right in your guess. So you're just like, yes, exactly. I like this. I'm proud of myself.
Yes. How is that for everybody who is in the comments? I know, Autumn, you have to leave now. I don't want to hold you longer than I already have. But thank you so much for coming and sprinting with me this morning. It was so fun to chat with you and catch up with you. Do you want to tell everybody who's here where they can find you online?
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Claire, for having me be on your channel. It's been a while since we've gotten to talk and hang out, but I'm very excited for not next Saturday, but the Saturday after. And I'll be able to stay a lot longer. But you can find me on YouTube. I post writing related content, just documenting my writing journey. And I'm also on Instagram. Sometimes I post stuff over there. And yeah, I will be back on Claire's channel in a couple of weeks. So I'm really excited. But thank you so much for having me, Claire. This is always so fun. I love these.
Thank you so much for coming. It was really, really fun. I had so much fun chatting with you. Everybody definitely go give Autumn a subscribe, because she makes really, really amazing writing content, and I absolutely love watching her vlogs. So you should all go do that, and definitely come back for our next sprint on March 19th.
Yay,
So,
yes.
Yes. So bye, Autumn. I will see you soon. We'll chat very soon.
Oh, yeah. We'll chat later. All right, I'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, everybody. So now it's just me. I am not done with my chapter quite yet, so I'm probably going to be sticking around for a couple more sprints just so I can get that done. If you all want to stick around with me, you are very, very welcome to, because I obviously like all of your company. Yeah, I was it seems like everybody was super productive that sprint. Javaria did 500 words. Very, very cool. That's awesome. Michael has been keeping productive. Very nice. Piper asked me what my favorite color is. My favorite color is orange. So, yeah. That's why all these like little names and things on the channel are orange. Hi, Miranda. Thanks so much for popping in and writing with us. We're going to be doing a couple more sprints just because I have some more work to do and think it's better for me to do it while I'm sprinting with you all, where you can hold me accountable, than if I were just going to end the sprint and do it on my own. It's also like probably better for me to continue doing the work on my live sprint, so that if you are all wanting to continue doing sprints, you can work alongside me instead of me just turning off the camera and doing it by myself, because, you know, it's lonely and sad. Yeah, okay, so let's do our next sprint. Yeah, I'm a little tired today. My words are not working. Oh, Bye, Piper. Thanks so much for stopping by. I'll see you next sprint, hopefully, if you are able to make it. How is everybody feeling about bumping up our sprint time to 30 minutes? Because I think I always get into like, especially now that I'm editing, like it's the longer sprints are kind of better for me. Um, if I hear no objections, I'm going to share my screen. Um, Happy writing, everybody. Happy sprinting. I will see you after a 30-minute sprint. Goodbye. Alrighty. How was that sprint for everybody? I am pleased to say that I was able to finish my edits for my chapter. So that I think is going to be our last sprint because I have a lot of other stuff to do today. But I'm really happy that that is over. And I'm going to send it to my editor as soon as this is done, which is going to be a relief. And now I only have 2 more chapters to write from scratch before this book actually exists, which is good because I'm sending it off to my ARC team in just, a couple of weeks, like less than 2 weeks. So yeah, very happy about that. If you want to let me know how the sprint was for you in the comments, definitely do. I hope it was productive. Justin said about 200, which is very cool. I edited about 2 pages in that one, which is good. I didn't have to do as much thinking as I did in the other ones. So I'm glad. I'm just really glad that I didn't actually push off writing this chapter from scratch until this morning, and that I actually sat down last night and at least had one draft of it so I could edit this morning. So, patting my past self on the back right now. Yeah, so thank you all for coming and writing with me and Autumn this morning. I, had so much fun chatting with her and hearing about your stories and how they're all progressing. I'm going to be, I don't actually, hold on. I'll have to see. I don't remember if I scheduled a stream for next week. Yeah, I'm actually not going to be sprinting next week, but I'm going to be back the week after and doing a stream with Autumn and Maddie, which is going to be very fun. I'm taking next weekend off for traveling purposes, but we'll be back, soon. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend, a fantastic week. I will be back with the regular YouTube actual video content soon. I just had to, take a little break from my schedule to finish this book. Oh, Kendra said 547. Awesome day. You've been so productive. That's so exciting. I hope you're super proud of yourself and, patting yourself on the back. Renee said, thanks for the sprints. Thank you so much for coming. I am so thankful to all of you for coming and hanging out with me this morning. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you all shortly. And as always, happy